Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit more about burn cards. If you watched the previous video before, you saw that I only ended up using one, ended up picking up a more powerful rifle. Served me pretty well. There's all sorts of different effects that you can get on burn cards, though, like changing up what some of your active passive powers are, or more score stuff. Or some of the more powerful ones end up letting you you know break the different ways that you play the game. One of the rare ones, at least in the beta, at least I think it might have been tied to a challenge. I'm not entirely sure. You only had access to one right here, one kind of Titan, which was the regular Atlas, but you could find a specific burn card that would not only let you sight summon a Titan immediately, but was also the Stryder. So here is some gameplay of what it's like to mess around with the Stryder. We'll obviously get to play with more of these once Titanfall actually launches. Starting out with a Titan seems pretty powerful, though I wouldn't say it's game-breaking. I do get to make quite a bit of a tear on some of the AI. First thing you're going to notice is that the Stryder is incredibly fast. It's got 3 dashes. They all recharge very quickly, so they do let you get around the map. Trade-off, of course, being a bit of a weaker Titan, but that speed can be really used to your advantage. Here, like I said, I'm just going around the side of the map. I'm able to get a bunch of really easy early AI kills, and the other cool thing about this is that it's really good for just running people over since you're so fast. That is a great way to take out AI, and if you get players, another one. Here's the first unfortunate victim of early Titan. I imagine for a lot of players, it's going to be pretty mind-boggling to see that so early in the match when most people are just focused on trying to find other pilots. You see, being able to get around the map though, so quickly, really does have its advantages for just being able to control zones and just strike fear into the hearts of everybody who does not have a that big, huge mech. Now, if somebody manages to rodeo on, and I do try to get him off with the electric smoke, but I didn't do a good enough job, and he ends up getting on again. I do activate the core ability on the Stryder, which ends up giving you unlimited dashes. But unfortunately, I don't make the best use of the Stryder. 2 free kills are still pretty good though, so I can't really complain too much. It's a lot of fun, I gotta say. That's definitely going to be one I'm going to be messing around with a little bit more. But now we're back to our typical ground game. I started taking the shotgun a little bit more on the last day of the beta. I'm definitely better with the rifle, though. I'm finding this map that the close quarter combat with the shotgun is pretty viable. There are a few situations where, long sight lines, the rifle definitely favor it. But if you're going in and out of buildings and flanking people, shotgun's pretty good. Really quick reload too, which is nice. 6 shots is pretty decent. I didn't unlock any of mods for it though, so here's me trying to navigate into the window. The wall run is going to take some practice. It's going to be impressive to see people who are super good at it, and here's me fumbling for my pistol since a shotgun's not going to be good enough. It's kind of weird to get used to the 3-weapon setup and have to use left to pull out the rockets. That's what I'm almost always used to switching to. I don't use the pistol that much, or I guess even enough. I'm also using stim on this map. I'm finding I like it quite a bit more for, once again, like I said, going cover to cover and being able to flush out people. The healing's a nice little benefit too. Here I managed, like I said, to make such a nice tear of things. I get another Titan, which is always fun. I probably should just ran that guy over. Right now though we're doing pretty good, ahead by quite a bit, and we're keeping pretty good control on the map too. Like I said, pilots are being way out in the open a bit too long, and we're keeping our Titans either grouped together or just up more or less before they do. I am starting to lean more towards the side that it can be pretty oppressive if you're not able to get a good run of Titans. And here's me deploying the smoke again. This time I think I decided I'm going to dash out twice, and then I decided to turn around and see if I can get the guy, and sure enough I'm able to round the corner and finish the job. I don't know, I enjoy smoke in general, I think, a little bit better than the shield. Whenever I see an enemy pop a shield, my desire is just to run up and smack him in the face, as opposed to try to juggle bullets between the two of us. Yeah, everybody's gonna have their own playstyle for it. Yeah, here's another rodeo jump up. And no rocket target for me this time. And I unfortunately lose the pilot as well. But yeah, so now I'm back on the ground game. I seem to have spent a lot of time around the center of this map, playing a little bit too much like Call of Duty, I guess, and not actually using the elevation to my advantage. Here, one of the teammates like runs in with like arc grenade and it just freaks me the hell out. So yeah, I started kicking for no reason. But turns out following him was a good idea because yeah, there was another player there. Yeah, I don't remember what else happened in this match. The Titan goes down. I like being able to get up the roof quick enough, super quick with those like just holes in the roof. I don't know how practically sound that is from a building standpoint, but it's nice to be able to get up on the roof quickly. I decide to take a ride over here, and yeah, see our two Titans that are up on the team, even though one's really like destroyed, they're keeping each other covered more or less. And they're able to give each other's fire support. And you know when you're being like, when you're fighting 2-1, 3-1, because the AI will actually tell you, which can be super helpful. If you're smart, you normally try to make it either a one-on-one fight, and you can retreat. And it's really easy to like get around a corner or something like that with a dash. And here we actually get the victory. This is the only death I end up making. I could have sworn that I had gotten away, but apparently I was being strafed on the roof, so go me. But I did get enough for a third Titan, so I get to drop down, and that's another feature I really like too. Just if you have it up, when you die, you can just spawn in it. Yeah, so here we're just rounding up the stranglers here, seeing if we can get them before they get into the shuttle. I managed to get one. I don't know if I got another one. That one over there was a Spectre jumping up. I don't know what that cloud was. And yeah, here we get one more fight. Yeah, that's right. Put some shields. But instead, I just dash in, and since he was in critical state, I got to grab the pilot out too. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the ground game for Titans develop in terms of melee combat. It feels very frantic, and like you could definitely tell people who are new to it as opposed to people who have messed around and have an idea of what kind of mobility is in store. But yeah, so that's I guess the second video I've got up for Titanfall now. I hope you like the gameplay of the Stryder. I don't know how much of that is out there. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how the tank mech or the tank Titan stacks up with all that too. I'm imagining much more limited dashes. Yep, cool. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned. There'll be some more Titanfall videos up.